world is on your case, I would offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. The evening shadows and the stars appear, I will be there to dry your tears. I will hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. To make you feel my love, to make you feel my love, to make you feel my love. My lungs are black, my heart is pure. My hands are scared from the nights before. My hair is thinning, falling out of all the wrong places, and I'm a little insecure. My eyes are crossed, but they're still blue. And by my nails tell the truth. I go from thing to overweight, day to day it fluctuates. My skin is ink but faded too. And she loves me, well she loves me. Why in the hell would she love me when she could have anyone else? Oh, you love me, you love me. Why the hell would you love me if you can have anyone? 'Cause I already love myself.
You may be seated. Thank you. Well, the day is here. We're here at a very beautiful place. Aloha to the both of you. Aloha, everyone. Welcome to Maui. Welcome to the beautiful place known as Olowalu. Just thank you for having us, part of a very special moment in your lives. Since you have chosen to journey to the island of Maui and bring special people to celebrate this day, if I may, I'd like to just greet you in Hawaiian, and I'll explain a little bit of what I've said when I'm pau. It goes like this. O nauna e ka halamik, le hua e kalele hua no i anaknai. O ka unui e haline a hiki mai oku. A hiki mai pume ke aloha. Aloha e, aloha e, aloha e. Well, the Ori Aloha is a chant that just offers a word of greeting, and it says in part, this is a site Does this look better? For which you have, for which you have longed, and now that you have arrived, love has arrived. Aloha and welcome. So we've gathered today in the spirit of love, in the spirit that we know so intimately in Hawaii as the spirit of aloha. The special spirit that has brought the both of you, Kurtis and Emily, and gathers us now with your ohana, which is your family and your friends, in a very special moment and day in your lives, and we just celebrate this moment in your life's journey with the beauty and the wonders which surrounds us. We're very fortunate here in Maui. We have beautiful flowers. We have the singing of the birds. We have what they call the anui nui, the rainbows. We have magnificent sunsets. But since we're here, if I may, I'd just like to point out a couple treasures that is very special to us here. The first is the gift of the ocean, what we call the moana, which has been here for so long, and it just flows. It flows with a sense of awe, flows with a sense of life-giving power. It nurtures us and entertains us. And the ocean does so because it's alive, it's dynamic, and it's constantly changing. So I'm encouraging the both of you to be like the ocean, be open for the wonderful changes in your life. And also, I'd like to just point out this very beautiful place known as Olowalu. It is very special to we here in Hawaii. At one time it was a harbor for the whalers, but in ancient times, this was a very special place for the Hawaiians, we Hawaiians, because it was known as a pi'ihonua. And the pi'ihonua is basically just, is what we call the city of refuge. There's one on the Big Island, known as the city of refuge. Well, this place was also a pi'ihonua, which meant if you had done anything wrong, before you could, anything bad could happen to you, you could come to Olowalu and you would be protected. That's what's so special about this very beautiful place called Olowalu. So enjoy this, what's coming up through the ground, the mana, and just enjoy it. So at this time, if I may, I just want to ask the both of you to declare your intentions, and to enter into this relationship and to share all the joy that lie before you. So, Kurtis, do you here in the presence of family and friends declare your commitment to Emily and choose her as the one with whom you used to spend the rest of your life? And do you give yourself to her and accept the gift of self in which she gives to you? Do you also pledge to endure all the difficulties in life, even as you look forward to sharing the joys to being experienced? Do you, sir?
I do.
Thank you. Well, Emily, do you here in the presence of family and friends declare your commitment to Kurtis and choose him as the one with whom you used to spend the rest of your life? And do you give yourself to him and accept the gift of self in which he gives to you? And you also pledge to endure all the difficulties in life, even as you look forward to sharing the joys to being experienced?
I do.
Well, on the rehab, I want you to just turn out and just look at your family and friends. Because, at this time, both Emily and Kurtis, just want to thank the both of you for taking the time, all of you, as a matter of fact, for taking the time and the effort to make the journey to the island of Maui in a very special day in their lives. It's not easy to get here. I want to thank you as family and as friends for all you've done throughout the years just to nurture and to encourage two wonderful people, allowing them to be where they are at this time. Thank you for all you've done. And just representing yourselves, family and friends unable to be here, but we know are here in spirit. I'm asking for your continued support upon this marriage and upon this relationship. So thank you. So by your promise to share it in our blessings, unite yourselves at this time. I know you have prepared some very, very special words you'd like to speak to each other.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you to go first. I'm sure he wants to get it done. Right?
Okay. Emily, love of my life, I can't believe we finally made it to this beautiful place to become husband and wife. It took us 10 years to get here, but every second with you has been worth it. I think back to how we met, how many things had to go right, had to go wrong for the two of us to meet. You were a second-year Australian student seeking a change of scenery for a semester, who ended up at her second choice university in a residence filled with freshmen. I was a Canadian kid who voluntarily did an extra year of high school to get a second shot at my top school. We ended up at the same dance, a dance where you mingle with hundreds of people. When we first met, it was only a brief moment before we walked away. By all accounts, that should have been it for us. But later that night, we gave each other a second look. I don't know if it was fate or luck or some combo of the two that brought us together that night, but I am so grateful that it did, because every day since then has been better with you in it. You make me laugh, you cheer me up, you challenge me, you excite me, You make the world a brighter place. You have helped me grow into a happy or better person. You are my rock, my person. You make me love you more each and every day. We've been through so much together over these last 10 years. It makes it seem like the usual vows aren't enough. We have proven we can be together through good times and bad, through sickness and in health. We have loved each other through it all. And I do vow to keep that up. But I also wanted to add some other vows today. I vow to always put our relationship first and to always be on your side. I promise to make you smile more than I make you frown. I vow to always let you feel your feels, but try to cheer you up when you need it. I vow to be an active member of your family, and I will be friends with your friends. I promise to support your dreams, your hobbies, your passions, and I promise to always ask how your day was and truly listen. I promise to do the dishes after you've cooked, or after I cook, or anytime there's dishes because you hate it so much, but most of all, I vow to always try to make you laugh, try to be romantic, try any new date ideas you can come up with, and try to be the best version of myself for you. I love you, Emily, inside and out, and I have loved you since the second time I saw you.
That's so nice.
Sorry, guys. I'll pass it back to you.
Whew, okay.
And because he has a microphone, I'm going to ask you to get close.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just
And yeah.
Okay. Okay. Kurtis, I'm so excited to finally be standing with you here today on our 10-year anniversary. Over this past decade, we've always stayed true to the core of our relationship, to bring each other joy. Our relationship is truly one of the greatest accomplishments of my life, and I am so grateful for our life together. You are everything I could ask for in the man I am about to marry. You are handsome, intelligent, caring, and genuine. I am so proud of your kind heart, and I love that it has become my home. You're my very best friend and my favorite person. You, more than anyone else, know my insecurities and always make sure I feel that I am enough. I love who I am when I am with you, and I feel safe to open my heart and share my feelings, fears, and dreams with you. As the Backstreet Boys say, I can't imagine life without your love, and even forever don't seem like long enough. Today, tomorrow, and every day after, I promise to love you unconditionally as you deserve to be loved. I vow to support you no matter what, to be forgiving and understanding, and always be a Team Tunsky. I promise to always put laughter at the forefront of our marriage, as it's one of our favorite things to do together. I vow to encourage you to reach your potential, to always be your biggest fan, and to be cheering for you at the finish line of every future half marathon or marathon. I promise to keep our life exciting and to keep coming up with creative date ideas. I vow to make marriage our biggest adventure yet and to choose our love every single day. Ever since I was a little girl, I have been enchanted by magic and finding my happily ever after. And I'm so lucky to have found both with you. You, Kurtis, are magic. The way you love me is magic. Our relationship is filled with everyday magic, and we are already living a happily ever after. I love you, and I love us.
Go ahead and put this in your pocket too. Oh, okay. Well, may I see the gift and the treasures of the rings at this time, please? What you got there? Come here. Open it up.
From the box.
Ooh, nice. Thank you. Well, you know, the giving and receiving of these rings are symbols of your vows and promises stated. And we know how they're made of precious metal and stone that come from the good earth. And for us, that's the permanence in your marriage, in your relationship. The circle, that's all your love. It has no beginning and it has no end. May these beautiful rings This be a constant reminder to the both of you of the love you have for each other in this day in your lives. Sir, would you take Emily's ring, please?
Take 'em.
Yeah. And place this on the proper frame. Yeah, she knows. Continue to hold her hand. I want you to speak these words to her if you would, please.
Okay.
Emily, I give you this ring
Emily, I give you this ring
as a sign of my love,
as a sign of my love,
knowing that love is precious,
knowing that love is precious,
fragile,
fragile,
yet strong.
yet strong.
Let this be a reminder
Let this be a reminder
of all that I have pledged
of all that I have pledged
to you here today.
to you here today.
Kurtis, I give you this ring
Kurtis, I give you this ring
as a sign of my love,
as a sign of my love,
knowing that love is precious,
knowing that love is precious,
fragile,
fragile,
yet strong.
yet strong.
Let this be a reminder
Let this be a reminder
of all that I have pledged
of all that I have pledged
to you here today.
to you here today.
Nice. Did you want to put that other ring on? Yeah, you go. Perfect. So Kurtis and Emily, you're finally united in marriage here in the island of Maui. I just want to invite the both of you on a great journey. You know, trust in life, trust in each other, and not be afraid. And may you be given this gift of the memory of a very special moment in time and place for the rest of your lives. We like to say here in Hawaii how the beauty of love in the face of aloha is reflected in the flowers, the sunsets, and the singing of the wind. But I say to this moment, the beauty of love in the face of aloha is reflected very nicely in the smile, the joy in your faces. So now, oneness with this spirit is indeed my honor and a privilege to pronounce you to be husband and wife. I invite you to seal your vows and your marriage at this time with a kiss, please. Now, let's face you out so everybody can see how happy you are. Get your dress on nice. Did you get your flowers back? Yes. Okay. Sir, would you offer her your arm? Ladies and gentlemen, shall we stand at this time, please? May I introduce to you the newlyweds, Mr. and Mrs. Kurtis and Emily Tunsky.